Hi, my name is Tom Scales. I am a resident of Cortland, Virginia. I was born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia. To my right is my first cousin, Valerie Jennings. We are related by way of her father and my late mother were brothers and sister. So Valerie is a full-time family caregiver.
My name is Valerie Jennings. I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, and was here through high school, and then went away and lived many years before returning about 6 years ago to take care of my parents. Over the years, I was beginning to see the signs of aging, if you will, in my parents. It became apparent that something more needed to be done. Things really were changing in a way that required more support. So my brother packed me up in New Jersey and drove me here on July 3rd, 2010 to be with my parents. Sometimes the stars align and you know that you need to do something different.
I was reading the Virginia Pilot on October the 2nd of this year, and I saw an article entitled Salute to Caregivers. I noticed there was a young lady who was a resident of Washington, D.C., who had a very active career in the federal government, and she saw that her mother needed help, and so she ended up uprooting from her career, from her friends, from her livelihood, and relocated to Norfolk, Virginia. And so in that same article, there was a request for nominations. And I said, I have to do something regarding our cousin Valerie because she has done so much for the family. I submitted the nomination, and here we are today.
With TZ and our close relatives, one of the things that stands out is the caring that they bring to the process. And so often when I talk about this, it's not a solo process. It is a process of building and maintaining what I call our village. That's what supports us. That's what keeps us strong, basically. So to see the struggle that my parents would have in doing the things that used to come simply to them, that was a challenge. It's keeping everything in perspective so that one will understand that this too is a part of life. The primary thing I take away from this process is that it is so important to see the essence of a person. They are more than just the physical being, a mind that has declined in some ways. They are more than the physical capacity that they might have at this moment. When you see the essence of the person, you are seeing who you've known them to be and who they are in your life. And it's quite emotional for me to talk about this. As we sit here in my living room, surrounded by artwork my mother collected as an artist and pieces that she did herself. Behind us is an exhibit, one of the last exhibits that she was in, the poster from that exhibit, and sitting on the sofa that my father reupholstered. He was an expert reupholsterer.
One thing that I would like for people to remember about this challenge is that, yes, you must be educated. Yes, do not be afraid to ask for help. There are various resources out there, as I am learning, just by being exposed to the Senior Services of Southeastern Virginia, and that you are not alone in your quest to assist not only family members but others within that village, as Valerie eloquently stated.
There was a poem that I wrote during the time that my parents were both here and together, and I'm not so sure that it was truly about them, but it was about the concept. And if you will, I'd just like to share. It's called In My Best Light. Please ensure that when you look at me, it is through the eyes of love and like, seeing what is there that is beautiful, and unseeing that which pleases not. Bring the will to grasp and to know and to distinguish me in my best light. The poem goes on, but it's the idea that we see the essence and that we bring our essence and that we meet each other in our best light.